Hi everyone, my name is Linda Narito and I'm here to inform you all of a solution which would fix the corrupt healthcare system that our country has today. Most think of this topic as a political controversy, but this is more than that. It's people's lives that the government has in their hands. So starting with the healthcare epidemic, almost 1 in 5 Americans are going without healthcare. This can be due to high prices, problems obtaining coverage, and other things like that I will go over on the next page. This includes prescriptions, eyeglasses, or other major services, and there has been a devastating growth in the number of individuals who do not have health care. This image to the right shows how the percentage of people under age 65 without health insurance is rising. It shows the current from 2008 to 2016 to the projected amounts for the next 10 years or so. As you can see, the line is gradually rising. So, reasons for living without health care. As you can see, the number one cause is that the cost is too high, and that controls about 45% of individuals. Eliminating the cost of health care will cater to almost half of the American population living without health care. Next comes they lost their job or changed employers, and that's 22%. Lost Medicaid, which is 11%. A status change, which is also 11%. Or the employer does not offer or they're ineligible for coverage, 9%, and believe it or not, 2% of people think that there is no need for health coverage. Some prior solutions that have been enacted is the Affordable Care Act. This was passed by former President Barack Obama in the year 2010, attempting to reduce the amount of Americans living without health care. It did not reduce deficit. Plans were canceled for over 1 million Americans. It created a difficult transition to hospitals, it raised deductible levels, and it led to a historic decrease in uninsured rates across the nation. My proposal for you guys today is a universal healthcare system. What this is it grants medical services to every citizen at an affordable cost. It guarantees equal and quality services to citizens regardless of their ability to pay. It provides protection for citizens in terms of their health. It standardizes billing procedures, and what I mean by this is that doctors would be dealing with one agency instead of different private health insurers. 32 out of 33 developed countries have this system in place. Some of these countries include France, Germany, and the UK. So now I have the components of universal health care. The number one is to propose again and expand the State Child Health Insurance Plan, or the SCHIP, which was vetoed by Bush to about 5 million children. The SCHIP was a partnership between the federal and state governments that provides low-cost health coverage to children and families that earn too much money to qualify for Medicaid. This would cover at least 96% of children. Once every child is protected, the foundation for success is laid. Next, the effectiveness of medical services needs to start being tested. We need to get states on board because once one does, it will create a domino effect, and more people will continue to support the model for a universal healthcare system. Finally, we need to create a national health insurance clearinghouse, which would regulate how health insurance is sold and regulate health insurance prices. The national clearinghouse would be a channel for all people to get coverage. This image here shows the pathways to a universal healthcare system. It begins with the primary role calling for a substitution of the following reasons: insufficient or no government coverage, high out-of-pocket expenditure, and private or community-based insurance for some, and substituting them for supplemental solutions. Optional products cover additional benefits to complement a public scheme. It also shows that the government has no reform in place, and it must change to having various government-sponsored models. For example, public-private partnerships. So now for the feasibility of this solution. Citizens will pay for universal healthcare system through their taxes. The use of advertisements and the media are crucial to this solution. We need to collect large pools of prepaid funds that can be used to cover the health costs of those in need, regardless of their ability to pay. In this image to the right, you could see that America and some parts in Australia have no free or universal health care. All of these green parts show free and universal health care or just universal health care. So as you can see, there is a huge percentage of people who have universal healthcare system in place. We need to act now. If the percentage of uninsured Americans continues to increase, millions of our citizens' lives would be put at risk, thus corrupting children by raising them in a botched healthcare system for their whole lives. This change must happen immediately to save our country, and we need to give citizens what they deserve. Please understand the severity and importance of the topic of healthcare. I urge you all to continue researching and spread the word among your peers. Thank you.